What's going on, everybody? UltimatDjz here with a teaching trick video for you, and recorded very impromptu and on the go and out of the studio, so forgive the audio quality, and I will dive in and make this as brief and concise as possible. Yesterday, President Echo issued a blog announcement on Star Trek Fleet Command's official website, and we got information on the upcoming arc, which is very unusual. The last time this happened was way back in the launch of Territory Capture, and this is an equally large feature, I believe. And information was shared and posted out because fundamental mechanics in this game are changing upon the launch of these new infinite incursions, these cross-server PvP. We will do our best to bring you guys the updated frequently asked questions as frequently as possible, but here in the meantime today, information campaign has begun on educating players about some of the implications of this new feature. The first and foremost being base shielding, okay? And this needs to be shared and viewed by as many people as possible, because, you know, metrics, but kidding, yeah, I know. But also because we need to make sure that players are aware of the change. If you see this, you need to share it with your team, you need to tell your team, you need to share with people in your Galaxy chat and your Alliance chat so that they know about the mechanic changes that are coming. Because once these events begin, once this arc starts and incursions begin, there will be changes made to the way that shields work in this game, at least during the incursions. So during the incursion, which is a 24-hour event, this was revealed to us by Old Man on the official Discord yesterday, incursions will occur for 24 hours at a time. During that incursion, there's going to be multiple little sub-events and SMS events and all kinds of others. There could be some solo leaderboards. There's going to be cross-server leaderboards. There will be multiple events that are all surrounding this incursion that allow players to score as an alliance, or as a server rather, compared to or in competition with the other server. Your participation contributes to that of the entire server and will be competing against the server that you're paired up with. You will be paired up with a single server in most cases, and they are going to be taking into account the same type of stuff they do with merges, looking at power, looking at age, looking at economy status, and so forth. So you should be paired up with a server that is very similar in growth to your own. But when that happens, you will be given an incursion token. That incursion token will allow you to transport your base entirely. So all ships have to be recalled, and you will transport your entire existence to another server. That is your base, all your ships, meaning that you will be able to fly around. You'll be able to do PvP and PvE and mine in an alternate universe, in an alternate server. But that also means you'll be engaging with players in PvP or other types of event competition with that server, including some maybe passive, I say passive, but non-event related mechanics, such as just PvPing, killing ships, flying in and interfering with territories, and yes, even potentially killing miners. Raiding would be another one as well, and that's where this announcement kind of comes into play. Yes, players will be able to invade your server and be able to raid your bases. So shielding is taking a change. For during these incursion events, shields will be suppressed, is what Scopely's calling it. Suppressed as in paused during the incursion event in any system level 20 or higher. This does include territory capture systems, origin space. If you're based in territory, your shield will cease to function. However, it's going to be paused or suppressed, as they're calling it, because when the incursion event is over, or if you relocate into a level 19 or below system, then you will get your shield back. This is going to present an interesting strategy or an interesting mechanic for those players, really giving a lot more use now to that lower independent space, being that if you're active and in the game, then you can be wherever you want. But if you're going to sign off, it's not as simple as smashing a shield button anymore. When you sign off, you will need to, or will want to, relocate into a level 19 or lower system in order for you to be able to shield. If those of you who have shields going into the incursion event are in a level 20 plus system, then that shield functionality is paused. You will not have the protection from your shield. It will stop functioning and someone could hit your base. However, if you reload down into a level 19 system, then whatever shield you had up at that time will continue to tick down. If you're in a level 19 or below system with a 24-hour shield, let's say it has 20 hours left on it, and you reload into a level 20 plus system, that shield will pause. It will no longer function. But if you, say, play up there for 6 hours and then you come back to the level 19 system, your shield should pick back up with 20 hours on the clock. This is meant to keep the level 20 plus systems, specifically for those who are active online and engaging with this incursion event. If you're going offline, it will be important for you to reload down to a level 19 system for you to be able to throw a shield if you're going to be offline. How can you get shields? Well, then obviously we can get those through the Alliance store. How can you get reload tokens? Same thing, through the Alliance store. Also, for those of you looking for a few extra or to build your bank up a little bit, you can get those pretty prominently by grinding in Taigo Core. So we want to help players be able to have a little bit of a buildup of those reload tokens so that you can be able to move around and be able to shield if necessary. Once you are on another server, you will be able to use traditional reload tokens to move around, raid bases, or move in closer to PvP systems or whatever. You'll be able to use normal reload tokens once you are on another server. Getting on that server is going to require an incursion token, which is probably a form of a server transfer token. Those incursion tokens will be sourced by Scopely leading up to the incursion events. They also claim that they will be providing a few reload tokens for players to be able to use, but it may be more prudent for you to source several more of your own, available again, like I said, in the Alliance store or by grinding in Taigo Core. This shield change mechanic is super duper new and super different from anything that we've had in the game up to this point. There's never been a system level dependency, and it won't be forevermore in this game. It will only be during these incursion events. During an incursion event, again, shields will not function in level 20 plus systems, and yes, that does include territory. A few other things from our frequently asked questions that we know of at this time is that invading alliances, or alliances that come in, or players rather, that come into your server, will not be able to drop a pin on your territory. So no one's going to be able to steal your territory, at least not from another server. They can come in, they can certainly PvP, they can fight with you, but they will not be able to drop a pin. As is normal PvP, outside of territory, brackets will still remain in place, but in territory capture, those brackets are lifted, and that is normal for territory capture, so anybody could come in and interfere with your territory. They just won't be able to plant a pin or be able to take your territory takeover. A couple of questions that we don't yet know the answers to, which we are going to follow up on and try to find out for you, would be how you communicate. Will Alliance chat still work? Will you see Galaxy chat of the local server or of your home server? Well, how will territory buffs work? Will you retain those when you move forward into another system? Alliance exocomp, same thing. These are some questions that we will be bringing you the answers to here before too awful long, but wanted to let you know that they are on our list and wanted to make sure that you know that we are seeking the answers for us to share with you within our Discord. You can find that link at talkingtrek.stfc.com and link on over to our Discord page, and we'll have a frequently asked questions room up probably by the time that this video launches. That way we can get you that information. A territory incursion, or not a territory, but an infinite incursion will occur over a 24-hour period in which they will be event broken down into 4 6-hour periods. One of those is for you to invade another server while that server is on defense, and then it alternates when you are on defense and another server would be set to invade your alliance. Within these 6-hour periods, there's going to be multiple events set up with objectives for you to complete. Some may be PvP, others could still be PvE, but this does bring more strategy and more conversation back to some conversations we've had on our podcast about defensive play. If you see a server or a player from another server on your server during an incursion event, it's likely that he's there to accumulate points. So, do you play defense and do you destroy that ship so that they cannot accomplish their objective, thus eliminating their score and allowing your server to keep or retain a higher score? There is definitely going to be some major changes in the way that this game is played as a result of playing offense when you're on attack mode or playing defense when you're in defense mode. This incursion is only going to probably happen once or twice in a month. We know now that they're only going to last 24 hours. So this is not a permanent or a permanent change or fundamental change of fixture in how you play this game, but it is another event that will be sourced once or twice or however many times a month that they're going to run it. I believe this month we're probably going to see it somewhat conservatively as they gauge feedback, and they will be hearing your feedback through the content creators and moderators to see how things are going to play out. But we will find out about the chat. We'll find out about the Alliance exocomps and the territory buffs and things like that, how your refineries and so forth work. We'll be finding that out as well and bringing you that information. The biggest reason for the video tonight is to warn players about the fact that shields will not function, and they will just stop, just automatically. If you are in a level 20 plus system and an incursion event begins, your shield will fall. You will be exposed and available for raiding, which does take some of the safety out of territory. I know that seems to be an unpopular position, but territory, you know, has been a safe haven for a long time, and during an incursion event, it will no longer be. You'll have to be careful, especially because now we know that the timing of these incursion events will not take into consideration the current territory takeover schedule. So it's very possible that some alliances out there may be in a situation where they have to participate in their own territory takeover in their home server, even though there's an incursion event going along there where they should be in another server or should have other players invading their server. So you're going to have to plan that out with your team and take a good look at the schedule. We are told that the incursion events will be given with plenty of notice. They'll be in the event calendar as an event, so you'll know when they're coming and hopefully can make the appropriate adjustments then. As far as when an incursion takes place, you will be transported to that server in the exact same planetary position that you are in when you initiate the transfer. Just like server merges, you will find that if that planet space is occupied, you'll move to another space on that same planet. If all spaces are occupied within that system, just like with the server merge mechanic, you'll be transported to a lower level system and then have to start navigating from there. Is it possible that players could have their bases transported into someone else's territory? Yes, it is absolutely possible. So alliances now should be beginning the preparation work for filling the base spots in your territory. However, again, be careful with that, because if you're not online when the incursion event begins, your shield will fall and your base will be vulnerable. More information to come on these incursions as we get it. An Arkfall video will be coming with more information and more about the Ark that has not been covered here today and not been covered in the news article announcement, but and still a lot more about incursions that we're going to be sharing with you coming up over the next several days. My name is UltimatDjz here with a breaking news teaching trick video. Leave your questions, leave your comments in the section below, and do not fret. A lot of people having a reaction to this that seems like they might be worried or concerned or even scared of how this can change gameplay. And yes, there will be players who may take advantage, who may take the opportunity to come to a new server and grief miners and kill whatever they can find, and that is going to happen. All I can encourage you to do is to deal with that the best way that you can. Protect your miners during this incursion event, or even potentially, if you felt so inclined, to reload to a level 19 system and throw your shield to keep yourself protected and kind of out of the fray. Although I do feel that once the dust settles and once everything kind of becomes apparent in how it's going to work, I think more players will probably engage with this. But it is definitely a very huge shift in the way that gameplay will work, the way that PvP works, and the way that you will now interact with other servers beyond just that of a cross-server solo leaderboard. Please do leave your questions down below. We'd love to answer them for you. We will get your answers for questions that we might not know the answer to right now, but we will work on that for you, because that is what we do here at Teaching Trek. My name is UltimatDjz, your friendly neighborhood cat person, asking you to subscribe, click on the thumbs up, leave your comments, questions down below, give us a likey like. We like that. Yay. Please be sure to share with your team, as this is a fundamental game shift change that everyone needs to be notified of as quickly and efficiently as possible. I am your friendly neighborhood cat person saying meow for now. Love you, mean it. We will catch you on the next one very, very soon. Stay tuned to this channel. Click on the bell so you know everything that we're putting out regarding this feature and the upcoming Ark as soon as it becomes available. Love you, mean it, everybody. Good night. Meow. Bye.